Howdy folks, I'm Clark Garen, one of the owners of KAKZ Television, Channel 4 in Palm Springs. Many of you know I'm also a lawyer, but ever since I was 7 years old, I wanted to own a television station. And in 2012, my dream came true. My best friends and I bought this television station, and we found programming that we think you all love. Some old shows that I haven't seen since I was a kid. My Little Margie, Love That Bob, a lot of old movies, Playhouse 90, a lot of very famous old television shows, and then we do modern shows too that we put on here in the studio. And we've been trying to grow this since we bought it, but 6 out of every 10 homes in Palm Springs get their television signal through Charter cable. Charter, Spectrum, Time Warner, all the same company. So I've spent several years trying to get my station carried on Charter. And every time they move the bar, they move the bar. Well, do this, well, do this, well, do this, well, do this. And finally, I figured out no matter what I do, they're not going to carry me. So we have a law in California called the Unruh Civil Rights Act. And it basically is a very simple law. Every business is required to do business with everybody else on the same terms and conditions. It was enacted in the 60s and the 70s by our Speaker of the Assembly, Big Daddy Jess Unruh, because he wanted to stop business being done in the private club like the Jonathan Club and the California Club. He wanted to have business be available to everybody, and that's what the law says. So I sued Charter for violating this law. And I've been practicing law since 1972, and I still don't believe the way they are saying that they don't have to carry me. They are claiming they have a right under the First Amendment to the United States Constitution to discriminate against people who are black, against people who are Latino, against people who are Jewish, against people who are Muslim. They claim they have a right under the First Amendment to discriminate. Now, legally, this is pure hogwash. They have a right under the First Amendment to speak. They have a right under the First Amendment to write, but conduct is not protected by the First Amendment. And basically, when they put programming on their wires and carry them to your wires, that's not speech, that's conduct. It is not protected by the First Amendment, and every beginning constitutional law student knows it. Doesn't stop them from claiming it. Charter is owned by a very wealthy man. It's a $300 billion company, and it's owned by a very rich man, John Malone. And he owns 28% of it. And all he does every time he's sued, he just throws money at the lawyers to extend the problem instead of settling, instead of doing what's right. So they can't defend my lawsuit any other way than claiming they have a right to discriminate. So I need your help. John Malone gets his income from advertising. That's where it comes. Businesses buy commercials, both national and local, buy commercials that he inserts in the signals that you get over your cable system. So I'm going to ask your help. We're going to organize demonstrations against advertisers. Have you go out and picket the advertisers and ask them to boycott Charter until they renounce their claim to a right under the First Amendment to discriminate. And if we boycott these businesses and the businesses boycott Charter and John Malone suddenly discovers his income is down, then maybe he'll figure out that it's wrong to discriminate. He doesn't just know it like you and I do. He's got to be taught it. And he's got to be taught it in the only language he can possibly understand, his wallet. I hope you'll help me. Thank you for listening.